making another really fun Simply Earth DIY kit today. Today we're going to be working on this DIY Soap Nut Liquid Laundry Detergent Kit. You see this, a big box. Comes with everything that you need to make 2 bottles of liquid laundry detergent. Inside the kit, you will find 2 bottles to put your finished laundry detergent in. Soap nuts. These will be boiled down with distilled water, and this is what makes your liquid laundry detergent. Soap nuts are actually a berry, and they have natural saponins, I think I'm saying that right, that create like soap, and so they help to get your clothes clean. If you don't have time to make a liquid laundry detergent, you can just throw some in your wash, and these little pods will actually get your clothes really clean. But today we're going to go a step further. We're going to make the liquid laundry detergent using the soap nuts, distilled water, essential oils, a solubilizer, and some preservative. This kit also comes with natural solubilizer. This helps your oils and waters to join together and mix. It also comes with GeoGuard ECT. This is a preservative. If you don't like to use a preservative, you can just freeze your liquid laundry detergent in ice cube trays and then use each little cube for your laundry instead. It also comes with cypress essential oil and grapefruit essential oil. I'm not a huge fan of cypress, but I love grapefruit, and I can't wait to see what these two smell like together. This kit also comes with 2 really pretty labels. Use these to label your bottles so you know exactly what you have in there. It's going to be so pretty. Can't wait to see that. And it comes with a recipe card with the full instructions on how to create your laundry detergent and how to use it once it's finished. I just have this little burner set up in my craft space. You do want to stay with your pot and your soap nuts because they can bubble up and boil over. This will take about an hour. This recipe is really easy to make, but it is a little more time intensive, so you want to stick with it to make sure it doesn't bubble over. But as you can see, I have my little pot here, and I'm going to get started by adding soap nuts and distilled water. And it calls for 1 cup or approximately 2 ounces of the soap nuts and 4 cups or 32 ounces of distilled water. So my measuring cup is a 32-ounce measuring cup. So I'm going to fill that with distilled water and then put that in my pot and measure that out. 32 ounces is 4 cups or 1 quart of water. Put that in my pan. And then we need 1 cup or 2 ounces of soap nuts. And this little package is exactly 2 ounces, so I'm just going to put the whole pack in. 2 ounces of soap nuts, and you just place those right in the water. And as you can see, they just look like these little pods. And they're just little hard, dried berries or pods. They look like nuts, but I think they are actually a berry. They don't really have any smell. Maybe a slight vinegary smell. Put that in there. And the directions say to bring the mixture to a boil and then reduce it to a simmer. So I'm going to put the lid on. I'm going to turn it up on high to bring it to a boil. And then once it's at a boil, we'll turn it down and bring it to a simmer. been an hour. The soap nuts have been simmering this whole time. I'm going to check to see what they look like. As you can see, they're a really pale color now. They've softened up quite a bit. So now I'm going to strain the soap nuts and discard those. I'm going to add some extra distilled water to the liquid that's left to bring it back up to 32 ounces. And then I'm going to let it cool to room temperature. Set this lid aside. Off. Move my little burner out of the way. Careful not to touch that. And I'm going to strain the soap nuts into this glass measuring cup. Set that pan aside. I'm going to press them just gently to get any extra liquid out. I don't think we're going to get too much from it. As you can see, the soap nuts have softened up and have turned more of a light brown color. I probably could have let these go a little bit longer to get even paler, but I'm kind of in a time crunch today, so I think these are good enough for this first try. The liquid looks nice and dark. Looks pretty concentrated. As you can see, that rendered 24 ounces of liquid. The rest had evaporated out, so I'm just going to use my pitcher of distilled water and bring that back up to 32 ounces. I get that little stir to help mix the cooler water in, help that cool down a little quicker. Once that's cooled to room temperature, I can add my essential oils and preservative and the solubilizer, and then I can bottle it and I'll be done. I'm going to set this in a bowl of ice and keep stirring it to help it cool a little quicker. While that's cooling, I'm going to mix my essential oils with the solubilizer and the preservative. This recipe calls for 100 drops of cypress essential oil and 200 drops of grapefruit essential oil, but you can actually measure that by teaspoons for this recipe. So that would be 1 teaspoon of cypress and 2 teaspoons of grapefruit. Normally, I would use my metal measuring spoons when using essential oils, but I couldn't find my teaspoon today, so I'm going to use a plastic one because I'm just pouring it in and then straight into my bowl. I think it'll be fine. It won't have any time to sit in it to really eat into the plastic. So we're going to start with the cypress. And I'm going to remove the little orifice reducer. I'm just going to pop that out so that I can just pour the oils. 1 teaspoon of that. Now we're going to do 2 teaspoons of grapefruit essential oil. to combine the oils together. That does smell really, really good. Okay, now that I've got the essential oils in, it says, while stirring, slowly add the natural solubilizer, and it calls for 1/4 cup or 2 ounces, and this is a 2 fluid ounce bottle. So I'm just going to pour this entire bottle in there because it's already pre-measured. And it says to slowly add while stirring. So I'm going to just whisk this gently and slowly add the solubilizer. Okay, make sure that is well combined. Now, if you're using preservative, you're going to add that now. And again, I'm using the 𝗖𝗱𝗲 ECT, and it calls for 147 drops of 𝗖𝗱𝗲, and that equals 1/2 tablespoon. So I think I'm just going to use my little tablespoon. Actually, I don't have my 1/2 tablespoon in here, so I'm going to measure out 147 drops. So I'm going to add that and then stir. So bear with me while I count. Okay, 147 drops of 𝗖𝗱𝗲 ECT. And I'm going to stir that in. Okay, so now it's all mixed together. So my soap nut mixture has cooled down. And now it's time to mix it with the essential oils. The card says to, once the soap nut mixture has cooled, slowly pour a small amount of soap nut water, approximately 1/2 cup, into the essential oil mixture and stir to combine. So we're going to add a little bit to the essential oils first. Set my oils back over here. Dry that off. Okay, now we're going to add about 1/2 cup, and then we're going to stir it. About 1/2 cup, I think. I'm going to stir that to combine it. And then once that's combined, we're going to pour that back into the soap nut water and stir it to finish combining it all together. Okay, we got that. So now we're going to pour that back into there. And I'm going to use my little whisk to whisk it all together. And I think I missed a soap nut. I think I see one in here. A little piece may have escaped. I don't see it. Let me grab my spoon and see if I can find it. Probably need a slotted spoon. Let's see here. Where did you go a little bit? Oh. I had it and then I lost it. Well, that's okay. So if you see that you have any little bits floating back in there, I would use my strainer again when you pour it into your bottle. I'm going to use a funnel. I'm going to attempt to pour this in here without making a mess, but we'll see how that goes. Set that one aside and grab my second bottle. And this mixture is enough to make 2 bottles. Okay, now we're going to funnel this one in. The lid's on. And get my labels. These labels are so pretty. And they're just peel and stick. There you go. 2 beautiful 16-ounce bottles of natural liquid laundry detergent made with soap nuts, grapefruit, and cypress essential oils. I'm really excited to do a load of laundry with my natural liquid laundry detergent. That's a chore that I absolutely hate to do, so to be excited is a great thing. I'm Crystal Martin. This is Cinnamon Hollow. Thanks for watching.